A special player to the program come from diverse backgrounds. Dr. Thomas Abraham has been serving the NRI-PIO community for the last 49 years. Since he moved to New York as a graduate student at Columbia University, founder, president, and currently serving as the chairman of the Global Organization of People of Indian Origin, fondly known as GOPIO. And not only is Dr. Thomas Abraham associated with that crucial organization for our community, but is the founding president of the Federation of Indian Associations, the FIA, the tri-state and New York area, and the National Federation of Indian American Associations. And the FIA, we all know, puts together the wonderful India Day Parade that takes place in New York City every year for so many years. Once again, not only does he have accolades to his name here in the United States, but also from back home in India. Dr. Abraham was presented with the Bharat Vanshi Gaurav Award of Pandit Rashtriya Sahयोग Prashad by former Vice President of India, Bairam Singh Shekhawat, Pravasi Bharatiya Saman by President of India, Pratibha Patel, both in 2008, and of course, once again, another shout out to being from New York, graduate of Columbia University, Dr. Abraham, a material science and nanotechnology individual expert by profession. So great to honor you, Ambassador Jessel. Please join us on stage once again for the honor.
And we will invite everybody from GOPIO, who is here from the stage, please. And the guest of Dr. Thomas. Please join him on the stage.
Please. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Mrs. Mohammed, you first.
Work for community causes for the last 5 decades. I started in 1974. By a coincidence, as a student at Columbia, India Club of Columbia University was the richest club at that time because everybody used to flock to Columbia to see the Bollywood film. There was nothing else to connect back to India at that time. No information, hardly in New York Times you might get a small news about some disaster happening or flooding happening, but Bollywood films was the only one which was connecting people. So we used to show the films and we used to make a lot of money. So that is how I got involved, but then because of that, the new groups started coming, the Malayali group, Telugu group, the new Gurudwara started in Richmond Hill, the new temple came in Flushing. So we had a little bit influence to all these community groups because we were rich at that time. And we also had a radio program which was about Gunjan. 2.5 hours we used to give time to all the community groups to give all their regional language programs. So because of that and because of the support of the counseling, in fact the joint committee was there at that time, the consulate helped us to put together the concept of Federation of India Association. And I also want to tell you what an incident. Since I was the president of India Club at that time, the Hindu temple just started in 76, inaugurated. We gave a substantial donation to the Hindu temple. I went to give that check to Hindu temple in 76, I'm talking. And I was returning back to Columbia through subway. And I was walking on the street and suddenly 4 white youths came behind me. They were behind me and they threw a soda can on me. I was scared, but I did not react. I walked fast and I didn't even show that as if I was hit by the soda can. So that event finished, but I thought that was the time which made me to think that we have to have a very vibrant community to look at issues. Our presence felt locally in the community because we are the new community. And that was one of the reasons for me to commit myself to the community work, starting with the Federation of Indian Association, which was a joint committee. We incorporated it in 1977, and I see the president was here, Kenny Desai. So that became a big group, and then it became Parade, the Image. So what have we done in these years? We looked at the Federation of Indian Association, then the National Federation of Indian Association. I took 6 months off from my work, traveling all over the country, every city. I don't know whether you know that at that time there was this Delta Airlines and US Airlines. You can buy coupons for 3 weeks. And I used to cover three cities on a Saturday and 2 cities on a Sunday, and every day, and I'm flying. But it was a good experience to reach out and at the first convention in New York City. And that is how we built up. And then, of course, when there was a lot of human rights violation, including the one we had, the Dotbuster issue. We started this first global convention of people of Indian origin, 1989. That has become a big thing, and Government of India decided to do it as a PBD in 13 years later. And we are happy the government is doing it, because we as community groups, we have only limited resources and time, but they're doing very well. So I want to tell you that along with that incident, many our pioneers who came in 90s, they have spent their life for India's independence. And one of them, Dilip Singh Sond, who became the congressman. Before that, he campaigned for the citizenship for Indians. We never had citizenship. 1946, we got citizenship. Lucy Seller Immigration Act of 1946. And that paved the way for us to get citizenship. So they paved the way for us to become citizens, and we thought we have to pave for new generation, our new generation. That's what we have done. You can see in the last election, in addition to 4 House of Representatives who won the election, 36 state houses, senators and House of Representatives, and of course Kamala Harris. But all of them, when they came first, they came to the community, because there was a network. So I just want to tell you that we have accomplished a great deal. There is a lot of work to do. We work very closely with Ambassador Jaiswal as well as Ambassador Sandhu. And we thank you. I congratulate IFPC. I wish you all the best. And this award belongs to all those people who came to the stage. Ashok Nichani, our Kerala Center President Alex Estepan, and Dr. Vimal Goyal, Vice President, and the Youth President of GOPIO Edison. Pallavi, thank you, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Thomas Abraham. What a trip through history you've taken us, and it's really been a struggle, but well worth all of the hard work. Thank you so much again. For our next honoree,